Well, good morning and welcome to Wednesday Wellness Vibe Talk Facing the Lion podcast and Healing Center. As you all know, this is Wednesday Wellness Workshop, and you may join me one-on-one or group, whichever you prefer. Today is that day to work on you, yourself, and you. And we're going to be talking about candles. Do candles help your well-being? Do candles help us? Do candles have an effect on us? And today we are talking about this. If you have candles, here's what I want you to do. Find one, get one, or start getting them. Today's scent is salted caramel butterscotch. And boy, does it smell yummy. So as we talk about getting well, being well, and staying well, let's get into it. Today we're going to breathe, have stillness, and we're going to be able to reflect. Come a little closer. Today we're going to be able to breathe, have stillness, and reflection. I don't know about you guys, but that's what candles do for me. Create a sense of quiet, an ambience of smelling, and the feeling of reflection. There is just so much time in the day, and not enough time to get what you really need done. Are you with me on this? And that's why I thought that, wow, candles would be a good way to think about welling ourselves. But do they really work? We're going to talk about that. We're going to see, and you're going to be able to come to your own conclusion. Did you know that candles improve your mood? And if you're ever someone that suffers from anxiety, they provide less stress, reducing the stress that you have. Good morning, Trish.
Good morning.
How many of us suffer from stress? You might say, Miss Nisi, what kind of question is that? Trish, do you have stress?
Yes, I do.
You have stress. I think we all have stress. We want to address that when you are lighting your candles, make sure they are away from anything flammable like curtains and cloth. want to set them on a fire resistant material. I really want you guys to think about this. Here is something to think about as we are doing our Wednesday morning workshop. Certain scents, certain smelling scents creates relaxation while calming. I am in my home studio and I am in a quiet room. Quiet room. Today is the day to get your candle out, light it. You're going to appreciate this workshop today. Or at least Trish and I hope so. Today's song is Golden by Jill Scott. That's a song for the day. When you're looking at your candle, are you looking at the ambience of the flickering flame? Let's do that. And if you are lighting your candle, I'll wait for just a second. Just a second. Your flickering flame, as you look at it, and I want you to spend a few moments just taking it in. And when I say taking it in, I don't mean to consume it. I mean to look at it, observe the flickering. When you see that flame, it helps to create your tranquil environment. And that's why wellness workshop is so important, because it's going to create for you mindfulness. And that's why I always suggest that you are in a quiet place. How many of you actually have a quiet place in your home that you can actually go to? I do.
I do.
Yeah. And you make that your zone to just be able to de-stress. I have a room like that right now where I don't have to think about work. I don't have to think about the things that I gotta do. Let's talk about some keys. Another thing that we're going to do, I want you to draw a candle and a key. Your candle can be any size. It can be any scent that you want, any color. We're going to be bringing in a candle every week. And let me just give you some tips. You can find them at the dollar store. They don't have to be expensive. But what I want you to do is buy scents that you like, since Wednesday we're going to be doing this. And I assure you that you're going to enjoy it. I took some time 2 weeks ago. And I was in Walmart and I was able to walk down the candle aisle without having to purchase anything just yet. I mean, and if you're not buying a candle, just walk down that aisle or any aisle that has candles. And the smell, wow. Can you imagine? I'm smelling what is today's candle, salted caramel butterscotch. And it smells every bit of caramel and butterscotch. Can you smell it? In your candle, what is it? What is your favorite scent? I'm not too crazy about the more perfume smells. I like the sweeter sides of something that smells like dessert. But there are things that really decrease our stress. I am not a doctor. I am a certified life coach, counselor. And yes, the Healing Center is all about learning to have less stress and anxiety. Learning as you have them, because we will have stress, we will have anxiety. But how do you get it to be less of? Well, when we have key, and I hope that you have drawn a key, when we have key elements, like for instance, a quiet room, being able to be there with gentle music and in your thoughts. We learned too that as the Healing Center is part of our aromatherapy, where we use the candles, because healing centers can mean a lot to a lot of people. But yes, we will have candles. I want you to set up something where you can too be able to cope with the fatigue that you are dealing with. Work fatigue. Many people are feeling that. So it's somewhere that you can be when you're feeling that. Even to come for 45 minutes, or let me work with you for 45 minutes on a lunch break, can take you far and keep you grounded. I had a massage session, and I'm going to tell you, for the 30 minutes that I was there, it alleviated stress. And by the way, there's no massage therapy. But I was just thinking about fatigue. Sadness. We all deal with sadness of some sort or another. Did you know that as you have the aromatherapy, the candles really help your mental state? And I know because I've tried it. Are there any lonely people out there? With this kind of candle ambience and aromatherapy, you would use something that livens up the room. It's as good as having sunshine. If you've been in any kind of a mood, have you ever opened up the curtain and let the sunshine in? If the sun affects your mood, can you imagine the ambience of a scented candle in a quiet room? Think about that. When you think about all the scents of candle smells that they have, I mean, non-stop. They even have places where you can make your own scent. When you think about so much going on in the world, harshness, the news, your day-to-day life, just so much to worry about, it actually stimulates your mind toward an improved mental state. How do I know? Remember that thought about walking down the aisle, Walmart, wherever they're selling candles, try it. The first thing you notice is the scent. Don't we always say when something smells good, "Ah, that smells so good," or "Yuck, that stinks"? It affects our mood and well-being, clearly. Another thing that this workshop will help you to do, if you haven't already, we're going to put a disclaimer on this before you listen to the podcast. Trish, will you add, please light a candle in a calming room? Wherever you sit it, wherever you have your candle, make sure that it's not going to be around anything that's flammable. Calmer evenings. And I always say, too, for new mothers, because that baby is going to wake you up at all hours of the night, even if it's a good baby, because it wants to eat, it wants to be dried, it wants to be held. Trust me, it's going to help you mothers to keep calm. Because after all, who wants to be woke up at 2, 3 in the morning? So I think this is a good thing to do to settle your mind. When your brain is able to relax, unwind, it's able to rest. Come a little closer. When your brain needs to unwind, it prepares the body for rest. We all need rest. If I ask you right now, are you tired? What would your response be, Trish?
Yes, I am.
We all say we feel tired. Some days, some of us are tired more days than the day before. And we ask that you be calm. You know, when we think of mindfulness, we think of the brain, we think of the brain's ability to be able to receive information. But it's going to depend on what your day is like and what kind of information that you want to process for the day. Some of us have to process information for work. Or that big test that's coming up. Many of you are having finals because, again, we're approaching the class of 2026. Happy graduation, and we'll talk about that in a bit. So we have to stay grounded when we're approaching these things that are coming up. Sometimes it is just overwhelming. There are people who use peppermint. Peppermint has a nice smell. Lavender is very calming. I used to work with this friend who would do kinesiology. And it would be the scent of lavender. Or it would be eucalyptus. They have all kind of scents that help you to feel okay, feel relaxed. And if you're having a hard time relaxing, that is what the healing center is. The healing center is all about that, for calming, relaxation, to just get your bearings on. Back when I was a young girl coming up, they had a commercial. Many of you might remember this commercial. And it screamed or said, as the mother was busy doing so many things, "Calgon, take me away." And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up the product Calgon on YouTube and you'll see a commercial for that. But that commercial came on. And the woman that was in that bathroom, as they showed just the tub, had moments, present moments that she could take just to self-care. I ask you today, are you doing that? Wednesday Wellness is all about that, ladies and gentlemen. All about that. When we think about our mental and emotional health, it helps you to think about what you can do. Sometimes we wait. Now, as I say wait, we teach our young people to what? Wait just a moment. Don't we always say that as parents? Wait a minute. But sometimes with our emotional and mental health, I'm going to urge you not to wait. I'm going to urge you and encourage you to find those moments. find some minutes to relax, ground yourself, be able to feel calm and collected. Because the world is so fast-paced, guys, and because there's so much to do and never enough time to finish everything there is to be done in 124 hours, how many of you have felt overwhelmed? Anybody?
I have.
Tell us, what was that like?
It's like, my mom always says this. She's like, it feels like I have octopus hands. You're trying to do so many things at one time, and you realize, wait a minute, I'm human. I don't have 8 arms to do things, and then it gets overwhelming. It feels like you're carrying a very big load. And so sometimes I have to drop everything and just step back from what's overwhelming me and take a minute because I needed that. So, yeah, that's how it feels to be overwhelmed.
Yeah, we all feel, at some point or another in our lives, completely overwhelmed. That is a factor of life. And oftentimes, we may ask for help while it appears that nobody has the answers to help us cope with our mental well-being and our emotional wellness. And it becomes overpowering and everything seems out of control. Why are we even talking about candles? Because we can see that candles promote for us less stress, a relaxing atmosphere, helps us to be able to promote healthful sleeping. And most of all, candles are easily accessible. You can go anywhere and get a candle and not have to spend a lot of money. We think about candles, and a lot of people, they believe that candles are some kind of remedy for bringing negative energy. But if you'll try it and you can tell us what your experience was with it, we'd love to hear it. As we've learned, it helps improve our mood. It improves our concentration. So, is it worth it? I want you to think about today's programming, today's podcast. If you're having any kind of stress, does this help you? You have small candles, big candles, short candles, large candles, expensive candles. But if you just try it. We even talked about the essence of a flickering candle, what flavor, or excuse me, what scent in your aroma therapy would you like to create for yourselves? There are so many beautiful smelling candles. We want you to be able to think about the effects that it can have. We learned that. You can even make candles. They have classes for that. And I would encourage you, honestly, to go and look some of these things up. When we think of our mental health, soothing anxiety and stress, a lot of people deal with post-traumatic stress, having stress because something triggered you. And I like the part about lowering your heart rate, your blood pressure. How many of us really think about this when we're frazzled, we're having a stressful moment? Think about if you went back to this program to remember how to help you. Because today we live in a world that has to learn to wait patiently. We live in a world where people just can't take one more day of stress. And if you looked at your latest news, you know exactly what I'm saying. Certain smells are able to help you. Help you do what? Help you calm down. Help you to be able to think about the moment. I don't know about you, but I get the opportunity to be able to take each smell as I mean, you walk down and there's so many different smells. And let me demonstrate this. The same as you walk down the laundry soap aisle. I call that smell good. How many of you have done that when you're in the grocery store and you just go, maybe you need to find a certain laundry detergent, fabric softener. How many times have you guys done that?
I've done that a lot.
What, did you smell anything?
Yes, you can actually smell it before you get there. That's how strong
Yeah.
it is.
Yes. And it smells good, right? It
Yep,
smells
it
good.
does.
So our thought for today, when you start collecting your candles, you're going to have a mood. Every time you open that door or wherever you're going to place your candles, okay, might be a little section, you're going to have that aroma that reminds you of something happy, of something relaxing, of something mindfulness. Because if the grocery stores can do that, they're doing that so that you can buy what they're trying to sell you. And today we're talking about mindfulness, peacefulness, tranquility, well-being, wellness. And I say before you to purchase your mindfulness, purchase your well-being, because we're paying for with ourselves. We sacrifice, I should say, our wellness. If the grocery stores are able to pitch you into those smells before you even get to the aisles, and I find myself, if I have a title, I find myself opening the fabric softener just because they have a certain aromatic smell. How many of you have done that? Be truthful. Anybody? Trish, do you ever do that? Open the top to the fabric softener just to smell what it smells like?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and we've all done it, especially if we're ready to purchase something. But keep in mind, the aisle that you're walking down for the laundry detergent, that's not just one smell. And you've got that smell good. Imagine what scented candles will do when you light them and when you set them. Again, remember, it's good to always think of safety first, in a safe place where nothing catches on fire, because there might be kids who are listening and they say, hey, they said light a candle. And then you guys try to sue me. And make sure, if you're a kid, that you talk to your parents first before you light candles. But they set an ambience just like that owl. What it does is help you not only to smell it, but your brain is receiving the information to say, I like that. I want more of that. So we're going to, each week, no matter what our discussion is on Wednesday, bring in a new candle set. And I want you to tell me how you felt about it. What drew you to that? Even if you don't purchase it, because we realize we're living in a world that people are economically stressed. And this is not a podcast about that. We want everybody to feel safe. Even if you just go smelling and come back and tell us about it. But if you can do it, go buy yourself a candle every week and have a specific place. When we see that our moods are uplifted, don't we want more feel good? Don't we? You know, feeling good. Because when you walk down the laundry soap, it says, that smells nice. And then you do what? You got to do your laundry. When you're walking down the candle aisle, you have one obligation to yourself to go home and feel good. So not only does it promote and elevate your mood, but you're going to go home and just relax. That's the assignment. Find a space to relax in. We're going to be right back with Trisha's Treasures. We'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Today's topic is on candles. Do they benefit us. Candles, do they benefit us? I said that twice for emphasis. We'll be right back. Now back to the programming, and it's time for Trish's Treasures. Trish?
So the question is, candles, do they benefit us? And I think they do. Um, when I was younger, my parents actually, they used to they wouldn't buy candles, but they would buy incense. They had different fragrances, different smells, and my dad, he used to sell them. And it was just so relaxing. The smell was just awesome. When they would light one, they would walk around the house to get the aroma around the house. And when I came home from school, I always knew, oh, they got the incense out and it smells good. So that just reminds me of memories. And I just love the variety of scents. It kind of matches the mood that you're in today. And you can choose whatever. It's like Beauty and the Beast. Be our guest. You know, you can get enough that you want until you shout, enough, I'm done. And then you can you can go down the aisle, pick any kind of candle that you want, any scent that you want. And the big part of it is what fits you. What scent do you like? What scent helps you? And I just love that part about aroma, and just the fact that aromas, they play a big part in our relaxing and our calming. And I do encourage you. I hope you guys take the encouragement to create a room for yourself where it's a calming room where you can just take a minute, sit down, take a breather, and light that candle and relax. I just hope that you guys do that because everyone needs that kind of room. There are some people that they don't like solitude. They don't like to be alone. And they always want to be around someone else. And I know a lot of people like that. And I've always wondered, do they have moments to themselves? Do they have that solitude time? And knowing someone like that, a friend of mine, I really asked him, I was like, when do you have time to be by yourself? Just do what you want to do and just relax. And he said, I do that when I get off work, after I talk to my friends and stuff. Like I take time before I go to sleep, listen to my favorite song or play the game. And just before that, I go to sleep and I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm glad you have that time. And I said, I hope you don't forget to take that time each chance that you get. And while I'm saying this, I'm thinking about, yeah, Trish, you need to do that too. So I need to take that time as well when I come home from work, because when I come home from work, it's just work, schoolwork, chores, and hopefully by then I can get some sleep, and then it's repeat. And we always talk to you guys. We always discuss about changing our schedule, make our schedule something that we can handle, make time for us. And sometimes we forget to do that. So I hope you guys find time to be calm, find time to make that calming space, change your scenery a little bit. The room can be any color. Paint your room, put your favorite picture in the room. You can put plants in the room and light that candle. Smell that good scent that puts you in a good mood. Thank you.
You want more of Trisha's treasures? Go to our YouTube and Facebook pages. It's there for you. Also, the music that you hear belongs to our very own Trish. And she has shared this music with Vibe Talk and made all the sounds that you hear. We say thank you to Trish. Trish also makes her own music. So go to YouTube, and I'm sure she will put in the comments where you can find her music. It's been so good to be with you guys, and we want to also apologize for something that happened the last time we were on. If you got half of our show, we apologize. Um, we do take a moment to listen to the sound, and for some reason, we didn't get recorded, and we apologize. If you only heard 10 minutes of it, that's what it is. So we try not to let that happen, but we're so glad you guys are with us. I want to now talk about the grads that are coming up in May. If you are graduating, if you have a graduate, young, mature man, woman, children, we want to honor them. We make this a part of a celebratory thing because it's just not one thing to celebrate. We celebrate you. And we don't care if they're graduating from preschool. We want to know them. You can be discreet. You can use initials. You can say the grade and not the school. But we want to make that possible. So we will put something up so that you all can commemorate that, and we'll announce that. In the meantime, Trisha and I would like to say happy graduation. School's almost over. Can you believe it, Trish?
I cannot. It went by so fast.
This whole year. And we've had So much to do. Just because we're not on every day doesn't mean we're not doing anything. We are thinking, wheels are turning, we're in projects, and Trish and I have successfully together, and I really mean it, and I'm so proud, completed our very first magazine. So, what that will mean for you guys, that if you'd like a copy, let us know. You can donate toward the proceeds. All the proceeds go for the Healing Center so we can make more things like that. I do want to say, on behalf of Trish, I asked Trish to work on what was going to be what she wanted as part of the magazine. I can always rely on Trish to come back and have done better than what I could have ever imagined, Trish. She got a chance to see some of what was in the magazine. And I'm so happy that her and I can go away and come back together, and together as a teamwork of younger generation of women, and I'm of the more older, okay? And we come back and our brains work so well together. I cannot wait for you to get your copy. We're going to get it online for you. Like we said, you can donate to the Healing Center and the podcast. And that is Cashapp, Vibetalkfacethelion. Use discretion. And if you're concerned, because we know how the world is, call us at 1-888-721-9260 if you have any questions or concerns. But you can bet your bottom dollar that all money is used is going toward making better. So we are so proud to present our very first magazine. And you'll see it. It should be out by June. I want to thank my amazing co-host. Thank you, Trish. You did a beautiful job with your addition of what you're going to contribute toward that magazine. Beautiful. And the magazine is all about capturing emotion, capturing essence, capturing presence, capturing your feelings. And I think it's going to be just a beautiful place, and I hope that it helps so many people. So many people. Thank you, Trish. Thank you to the country, states, islands, communities. Thank you for trusting us with your mornings. And we know that many of you are going through so many things. We are thinking about so many people that have experienced tragedies, unforeseen occurrences, and whatever else you are going through. We think about it. We may not know you, but if it's made news, and even if it hasn't, our hearts go out to you. You're in our prayers and our thoughts. And with that being said, happy Wednesday wellness to you.